You're now live, Sue-Ann.
Move the fabric
away.
One of the rules when you're doing Instagram videos, make sure nothing can catch on fire. And I think that's just a good rule to do, right?
Just in general, yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is how accidents happen on the farm, you know, not thinking it through. Thinking it's a good idea before you actually do it, right? So, and then you think it through as you're actually doing it and realize that wasn't so smart. And then, anyway. Sizzling with sass. We're here. Wondering how I'm still alive, aren't you, after that? So you know what? We're just demystifying the mussels. So last week we kind of demystified duck and duck breast, how easy it is to sear duck breast. And what's wild is my brother Drew came in afterwards, who doesn't like too much more than fish and chips and a few other things like that, and burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Came in and tried the duck and was in love with it, and you saw how easy that was. Same with this steak on the pan.
Oh yeah.
So this one is about mussels. So we just released the 2018, 18? Yeah, 18 Roberts Block Riesling. That was, so it's from the oldest block of Riesling, and that particular one is aged in a peach brandy barrel. We'll get back to that later on. But what goes so well with Rieslings is mussels. So I just started making some drunken white wine mussels. I really don't even have a recipe. I've had some printed off, you can see them in the background, but I didn't follow any of them. So I just started off with about a tablespoon of butter there, and I just added in, that was about a tablespoon of butter and about a tablespoon of olive oil too. So that's good and hot. It might be too hot now. So let's go cut this guy here. All right. So that's great. So then you're going to. Okay, this is one of the reasons when you want to wear a mask. So put your mask on and then chop up about 5 shallots. Just nice, fragrant here. And so they're going to go in next. It looks like a lot, but when using shallots, it's really great just because they're so much more mild than what onions are. Mm-hmm. And so it looks like a lot of onion, but it really isn't. So do
I am. I'm going to come over. I'm also going to tell you that you're in trouble with your brother.
Why?
Because you just threw him under the bus with the duck.
What? Oh, why? He told Dana his wife he didn't like that?
No, because I think it's because of Drew doesn't like anything but hot dogs.
Oh, right, yes. Well, that's true. Well, let's look for ketchup. He knows that. Oh, the brother-sister banter. It's so juvenile and yet so satisfying. You can do only Drew and I, though, right?
Suzanne McNeil from PEI.
Oh, no, this is not good because Suzanne is from PEI and she's going to critique. Well, she's not going to critique, but she can. And to go, oh, Suzanne, where'd you get those mussels? Where do those oysters come from? No, girlfriend, scallops. I learned it from her. It's a scallop, not a scallop. So,
okay, good to know.
Yes, all right. So we've got we have the shallots going here. We got them we don't want them caramelized. Like you would onions.
Just softened.
Just softened. It just kind of gets them to the point where they're translucent.
Yeah.
At that point, then we're going to add in the garlic and about 3 cloves of garlic and some fine herbs that I chopped up. So I decided to use what was in the fridge. A little bit of thyme, not too much that was there. I had some oregano, but I didn't know how that would overpower everything. And then some fresh parsley as well. So in about 3 minutes, we're gonna just pop those in, and then the wine. And then the mussels. So, all right. So let's do. Okay, so while we're about to go translucent, let's drink. Do it. Let's just do what we do best, right? So 2018 was a hot, dry vintage, and we've talked about the Merlot that we just released, the Mountain Bell Merlot for the 2018 vintage, which was just so hot and dry and awesome. And so for red wines, easy peasy because there's so much color and flavor and dynamics to it, right? But for the whites, you really had to be careful because in a case like Riesling, you wanted to maintain the acidity. So so in this case, you don't want the ripeness. And so you had to really watch how the fruit was tasting and also manage the acidity as well. So this was picked more on the acidity content than it was on the sweetness, like you do other grapes. So, and so keeping it fresh and bright and easy drinking. And so this started off with all the minerality that we expect in this wine, the wet stone, that beautiful wet flagstone aroma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the flinty notes and stuff. And then underneath that some lemons and limes and grapefruit. But then we only had 1 barrel, so I took some of that wine and transferred it over into a barrel. So this is crazy talk now. Like you don't put Riesling in oak. Like no. But because it had so much body and texture, it could handle it, or I thought it might. Let's just give it a try. And so it's only 225 liters. Put it into a barrel that previously had peach brandy to it, and here we are. So it was sorry, we're looking for maybe curbside pickup people. Not sure. No. Anyway, so what's wild about this is absolutely bone dry. There's no residual sugar to it at all, and you can really smell the peaches in it. And so when Chris, my assistant winemaker, and I, when we were playing around with this wine, when it was getting time to bottle and how much sweetness do or don't we want with it. It was wild that the second we added a little bit of sugar to it, it went into like peach juice, peach brand, peach schnapps note really quickly. So to keep that peach brandy note so elevated, we had to make it bone dry. So it is searing in the dryness. Like for bone dry Riesling, this is it. There's only 4 grams of residual sugar. So. Gorgeous, fresh, bright, easy drinking, and it's fresh, it's bright, has a lot of acidity to it. And my mouth is absolutely watering right now. That fresh peach juice just like sears all the way through the wine. And it's fresh peach juice, but there's also like a sweetness as if it's been canned as well. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, what did it, $32 a bottle?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of forget sometimes how much it is. Okay, so we've got the shallots in here, we have the garlic. It's all gone translucent. I have put the herbs in, and they're just kind of coming up. I'm going to do, the golden rule, if you wouldn't drink it with it, then don't cook with it either. So this is a little bit sacrilege. Come on in, we're just doing an Instagram video. It's going to be a few minutes. We're about 3 minutes away. So the wine goes in. I'm just going to let that come up to temperature, and then I'll put the mussels in.
Yep.
So the mussels, I have them in the fridge. I previously put them in the sink with some all-purpose flour, just so it could like purge out, for about half an hour, so it could purge out any of the grit that might be in the mussels. I've pulled out the ones that have stayed nice and closed and nice and tight, and anything that was already open or didn't have a lot of action to it or sounded hollow when I tapped it, they're in the garbage. So to 2 pounds, I'm kind of amazed how I threw about 17 away. That's a lot, actually. I think that's a lot anyway. So this is what's left from, so I got a pound in here. This is another pound. I'm going to pop that in.
So you just dump them in?
Just dump them in.
Oh,
just dump them in. That's all you have to do. And then now, the trick is, put the lid on and forget about it.
Now, is it on heat, or have you turned the heat off?
Yeah,
or?
I was going to say on the heat. Keep it on a very, very, very low heat.
Groovy.
And for about 8 to 10 minutes. Don't lift the lid. So 8 to 10 minutes ago, I put mussels in here. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Oh, yum. Yeah. Oh, that's picture worthy. That's Instagram worthy.
That is Instagram worthy, yeah. Okay, so all we're gonna do here is just like dump it all over into a nice big pot. We want a nice big bowl, one big bowl per person, and then. Oh my goodness. See, look how nice and plump they are. It's opened up nicely. Any ones that haven't opened through this, you're not going to eat those ones.
No.
Oh my gosh, everything's happening. Martin Malivar and his helicoptering in right now to say hello. Hi Martin, I'm busy. Sorry. So we have curbside pickup folks here. We have Martin Malivar in a helicopter. My boyfriend's down ice fishing. Drew's watching us out in the shop. Okay. How do you eat this? You eat this with crusty bread. And so you crusty bread. I'll maybe garnish this with a little bit of parsley on top.
Yep.
This is how you do it if you're Italian. You don't use the knife to cut to the bread. You just rip it apart. That's all it takes. When you go to eat the mussel, here's how you do it as well. Okay, the first one you eat with your fingers.
Oh, Suzanne says perfect.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this is your spoon for the rest. Look, it's like it's nature's spoon.
Oh, it's nature's tongs.
It's nature's tongs. So then you use this to go in here to get. Oh well, suicidal. He jumped. Sorry, is that appropriate or not? I don't know. Anyway, open him up with these.
Yep.
Take that. Whoop. Get in the bowl. Put that in the bowl. Don't be a farm girl like me and do that.
Yum.
Okay, so we have all that Riesling in here. With the Riesling in here.
Smells good.
It does smell good, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh. And it looks like really oniony, but it really isn't. Those shallots are just so subtle. It's so delicious. This little squirt of lemon on top would actually be perfect. And I have lemon here to do that, but helicopters, people, time, you've probably seen enough as well. When you get to the end, you could grab a spoon and do that, but take the bread. dunk it in, soak up every single drop, because that juice and that juice, that's Mrs. Pelletieri in my head as well. You gotta eat the juice. You gotta have the juice. All that juice at the bottom, you're gonna soak up with bread.
Perfect.
And that, my friends, is how you enjoy a Saturday afternoon on the farm when helicopters are buzzing around. Okay, everyone, stay safe, stay warm. Grab the peach brandy, Robert's Block Riesling, $32 a bottle, 12 bottles in a case. It's going out like hotcakes, and this wine will not survive. I cannot believe how much we've sold in the last 12 hours. So
yeah, we only had 20 cases to start. So
yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, only 20 cases. So yeah. So get on it. Cheers.